1971 Bangladesh Genocide.
By Trendy and Samaya. Events leading up to the genocide. The genocide in Bangladesh started on March 26, 1971, with the launch of Operation Searchlight in Dhaka City. Operation Searchlight was the code name for a planned military operation carried out by the Pakistan Army to crush the Bengali nationalist movement in East Pakistan in March 1971. As West Pakistan began bringing the military to crack down on East Pakistan to stop Bengali reform of government, inequalities made the people of East Pakistan wish for self-determination, shown through the first Pakistan general election in the Awami League led by Shahid Abdul-Jabbar Rahman, who demanded greater autonomy for East Pakistan over the Pakistan People's Party, with gaining the party majority in the National Assembly by having more than half of the seats in the Assembly of Pakistan. This should have led to an East Pakistan-led government, but West Pakistan refused to let this happen by postponing the convening of the National Assembly. This caused civil disobedience in East Pakistan, trying to gain independence from Pakistan. All these events led to the start of the Bangladesh Liberation War, within the launch of Operation Searchlight in Dhaka City.
How it started and justification for genocide. The Pakistanis began their killing spree in the major cities of Dhaka, Chittagong, and Kamila. They planned to murder its Bengali intellectual, cultural, and political elite, as well as planning to murder indiscriminately hundreds of thousands of Hindus in the country and expel the rest of India. They also planned to destroy its economic base in order to keep it subordinate to West Pakistan for at least another generation. West Pakistan military leaders did not anticipate Bengali resistance being carried on or Indian military intervention with these conflicts. The main reason of the genocide that took place during this time was the output of those who were not in agreement of the new leadership, which is why all of this took place.
All right, the methods of genocide. During the Bangladesh War for Liberation, members of the Pakistani military and supporting Islamist militias killed between 200,000 and 3 million people and raped between 200,000 and 400,000 Bengali women. The Pakistani army and local collaborators, mainly Jamaat-e-Islami, carried out a systematic execution of the leading Bengali intellectuals. This was one of the main methods of how a majority of the people were killed during this time. People were blindfolded, taken to torture cells in Midpur, Muhammadpur, Naklapara, Rajabhaga, and other locations in different sections of the city to be executed in large groups. Usually the prisoners were roped together and made to find their way out into the river and either live or die. They were in groups of 6 or 8, and they were known as easy targets. The executioners stood on their piers, shooting down at the compact bushes of prisoners waiting in the water.
Leaders of the genocide. I know I'm not going to be able to pronounce these all, so. The self-appointed president of Pakistan and commander-in-chief of the army general, Aga Muhammad Yahya Khan, and his top generals prepared a careful and systematic military, economic, and political operation in East Pakistan. Sheikh, I don't know how to pronounce that, demanded greater autonomy for East Pakistan. 5 Pakistani generals orchestrated the events. President Yahya Khan, General Tika Khan, Chief of Staff, General Perzada Security Chief General Umar Khan. 1971 genocide was also carried out by lower ranking officers and ordinary soldiers.
Results, both short and long term. The main result of Bangladesh was how many people were killed, and that was over 3 million citizens of Pakistan. Those who conducted the mass killings and rape of several citizens, and as early as the 22nd of December 1971, the Indian Army was conducting investigations of senior Pakistani Army officers connected to the massacre of intellectuals in Dhaka, intending to collect sufficient evidence to have them tried as war criminals. They produced a list of officers who were in positions of command at the same time or were connected to the Inter Services Screenings Committee. Pakistan unsuccessfully pleaded to the International Court of Justice 5 times to contest Bangladesh's genocide against the Pakistani people. The government of Bangladesh issued a general amnesty on the 30th of November 1973, applying it to all persons except those who were punished or accused of rape, murder, attempted murder, or arson. The Legislature's order of 1972 was revoked in 1975. The Bangladesh genocide from March 26, 1971 through December 1971 caused great damage to the Pakistani people and several others throughout the several parts of Pakistan. The event left several dead and many other traumatized and left broken. Jenny.
Time period. The 1971 Bangladesh genocide began on March 25th, 1971, and ended on December 16th, 1971. But the effect of the genocide lasted for years afterwards and even still some today.
Conclusion. The Bangladesh War for Liberation ended on December 16, 1971, when East Pakistan surrendered. When Matrial Baghani takes over Dhaka, East Pakistan Army surrenders to Matrial Baghani, represented by Jayat San of the Indian Army military. East Pakistan was lost forever on this day, and Bangladesh was born. As a result, South Asia's geopolitical landscape was dramatically altered with the advent of the world's seventh most populous nation. The surrender of over 9,300 Pakistani troops to India and Bangladesh Liberation Forces was the largest since World War II. In 1972, India and Pakistan signed the Samla Agreement, which stipulated that Pakistan recognized Bangladesh independence in exchange for the return of Pakistani prisoners of war, whom India handled in the compliance with the Giverny Convention Rule 1925. In just 5 months, New Delhi was free more than 9,300 Pakistani POWs. And those are the sources. And we're done. Well,
this is our presentation. Thank you so much, Mr. Westney. We hope you enjoyed.